Parsons hosting Field Kinley out of Coffeyville. Lady Vikings fresh off their third place finish over at the Lancer Classic over the weekend. Ladies went 2-1 over there. Lost to St. Paul in the semifinals, but then rebounded with a nice win over Jayhawk Lynn. And Lady Vikes are now 7-4 on the year, and they are 2-2 in the SEK as league play will get started once again around the area. The NATO having a rough year, but they did manage to pick up their first win of the season during their mid-season tournament over the weekend. They came into tonight's contest with a 1-11 record, and they are 0-4 in the SEK. Let's go and run down the starting lineups for our girls contest. We're going to go with 5'4" senior Chelsea Homan. Coffeyville will also start 5'9" junior Jordan Rooks, 5'7" junior Alyssa Stout, and 5'6" sophomore Amelia Malsby. Rounding out the starting five is 5'6" senior Sydney Rooks. Familiar starting five for the Lady Vikes tonight. It'll be 5'2" junior Allie Hicks, 5'9" junior Nina Taylor, 5'8" junior Ariane McGlory, 5'5" junior Ayana Carell, and 5'9" junior Sydney Kroll. Real quick, we want to take a look at the SEK standings on the girls' side. In first place, it's Tristan Gegg and Company out of Lebec County. Lady Grizzlies have a perfect 5-0 league record. They're actually undefeated on the season with a 12-0 mark. In second place is Independence. They are 4-1. Their lone loss came at home against the Lady Vikings. Fort Scott is 3-2 in the SEK. Right on their heels, the Lady Vikings sit at 2-2. Pittsburgh is 1-4. Chanute is 2-4. And then the Lady Vikings opponent tonight, Field Kinley, is sitting at 0-4. We're going to take a 2-minute commercial break, and we'll be ready for the opening tip when we return. This is Lady Viking basketball on V93. Everybody, Scott Marlowe with you on V93. Most likely I'll be flying solo for this doubleheader. Rob Barkus a little under the weather, and we certainly wish him a quick recovery. In fact, he's having to tough his way through a couple of middle school basketball games. Rob, the head coach for the middle school basketball teams, but I doubt that he'll be able to join us for the broadcast tonight. Starting lineups being announced over the PA system to a rather sparse crowd here at Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium. Plenty of seats available. I know the kids would appreciate your support if you want to come out, watch a little high school basketball. If you're not able to make it to the gym, we want to let our listeners know a live video stream is available at klkcradio.com. Live video stream of the girls' game and the boys' game at klkcradio.com. Lady Vikings will be in their home white uniforms. Blue letters and numbers with some gold trim. Field Kinley will be in that familiar traveling purple. Gold numbers and gold letters. Hopefully the Lady Vikings can come out and take care of business tonight against a 1-11 Field Kinley team. Lady Vikings in their last home outing had a tough go of it against Chanute. Chanute threw out that 1-3-1 zone that has really given the Lady Vikings fits for the last several years. I was a little bit surprised that the Lady Vikings struggled with it this year, mainly because Chanute lost so much height, so much length, that Chanute probably played their best game of the year offensively and defensively, and they came into Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium and got the win. So Lady Vikings looking to build on their third-place finish over at the Lancer Classic. Already 7 wins on the year for Parsons, and if they get a win tonight over Field Kinley, they will go back over the 500 mark in the SEK. Both teams heading over to their respective benches. Head coach Mike Kroll gives some final words of encouragement to his troops. Nick Hart, the head coach for the Lady NATO. Boys game promises to be very entertaining. Both teams like to get up and down the floor. Field Kinley, for the most part, has played that way for several years. And Parsons certainly has the athletes this year to run with anybody in the area. We are ready for tip-off in the opener of our doubleheader. Orion McGlory wins the opening tip for the Lady Vikes, and we're underway at Parsons High School. Looks like a triangle and 2 is how Coffeyville has decided to defend the Lady Vikes. We get a 3-pointer off the left wing that is no good by Allie Hicks. Some coaches call that triangle and 2 a junk defense. But regardless of how you describe it, it can be very effective. Field Kinley came out. If you're not familiar with the triangle and 2, it's just man-to-man on 2 players, and then the other 3 defenders form a triangle, 1 out top and then 2 down on the low blocks. They were guarding Nina Taylor and Ayanna Carell man-to-man. Coffeyville works it inside close, and scoring off the glass is Alyssa Stout, and Field Kinley is on the board first. They lead 2-0, just under 7 minutes to go in quarter number 1. We'll see how the Lady Vikings attack this triangle and 2. I'm sure it's probably something they've never seen, and now Lady Vikes throw it away. I think the Lady Vikes will be fine against this defense. It's just going to take a few trips down the floor to get used to it. Lady Vikes in their 2-3 zone that they play nearly 100% of the time. So Kinley gets it out top to Chelsea Homan. Homan looks to penetrate, kicks it to the right side, and I think we have our first foul of the ball game. Sure enough, Sydney Kroll. Always bothers me when the official who is standing on the baseline next to the action doesn't blow the whistle, but an official out top 15 feet or 20 feet from the action does blow his whistle. Shot missed by Field Kinley, and now a bad pass and a near steal by the Lady NATO. Lady Vikings struggling at the offensive end. They struggled offensively against Chanut's 1-3-1, and they're having trouble getting used to this triangle and 2 that Field Kinley is throwing at them. They get it into Correll. Her jump shot is well off the mark, does not draw iron, and it's pulled out by Malsby of Field Kinley. So here comes the Lady NATO. Brooks has it in the front court, looking over the Lady Vikings 2-3 zone. Just about took steps. You can tell there's not a lot of athleticism on this Field Kinley team, but their triangle and 2 defense has shut out the Lady Vikes through the first couple of minutes, and the Lady NATO leads it 2-0. And now we do have a traveling violation on Jordan Rooks. It'll go back over to the Lady Vikes. Nina Taylor gets it into Correll. Where KU coach Bill Self brought out a triangle and 2 a couple of times. And the Vikings, the Jayhawks run to the national championship game 5 or 6 years ago. So it can be an effective defense. Lady NATO fouled Nina Taylor on one of her drives to the basket, and she's going to have 2 free throws coming. Chance to get the Lady Vikes on the board, and she does as she drops down free throw number 1. This is Lady Viking basketball on V93, also streaming live video at klkcradio.com. Nina looks to tie the score. Second free throw rattles home, and we are tied at 2 points apiece. 5:32 to go in quarter number 1. Lady Vikes are going to extend their defense out toward half court this time, see if they can force a turnover. Almost got a steal, and now NATO, I think, throws it away. Now it's going to be run down by Holman. 15-footer put up, no good. Battle for the loose ball is going to be run down by Kroll. She gets it over to Nina Taylor. Anna Correll has it now. Field Kinley stays with their triangle and 2. Hicks has it out top, swings it over to Kroll. Interesting strategy, probably a pretty good strategy. Anybody who's watched the Lady Vikings, they have 2 primary scorers, and Coach Hart trying to take those 2 out of the equation with this triangle and 2 defense. Lady Vikes tried to get down low to McGlory. And ball knocked out of bounds. Shaughnessy Collins into the lineup for Field Kinley. She's a 6-foot sophomore. Lady Vikes get it into Nina in the paint, and she scores. That is her first basket. She now has 4 points, and the Lady Vikings lead up 4-2. 4.5 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Rooks has it for the Lady NATO. Into the far corner, back to Rooks. NATO just doesn't have a lot of offensive weapons to work with, so they're going to be patient against this 2-3 zone. Malsby out top. And we have a whistle. Didn't see the call. I think maybe it was just a 3-second violation on Coffeyville. 4:05 to go in quarter number 1. Lady Vikings lead 4-2. Still looking to solve this triangle and 2 of the NATO. Nina Taylor has it. Gets around a couple of defenders, puts it up in the lane, and scores. And a timeout by Field Kinley. 6-2, Lady Vikings lead it with 3:50 to go in quarter number 1. We'll step away for a 30-second. At Parsons High School, Lady Vikings leading this ball game 6-2 over Field Kinley out of Coffeyville. Field Kinley got on top 2-0, and it took the Lady Vikings a couple of possessions to get used to the triangle and 2 by Field Kinley, but starting to get a feel for it, and they've gone on a 6-0 run. We have a personal foul against Collins. Field Kinley. Here comes Bree Bedore. She'll replace McGlory. See if Coach Hart changes anything coming out of that timeout on the defensive end. Nope. Still a triangle and 2. Lady Vikes get it down to Correll on the blocks, and she took steps. .321 to go in our opening quarter. Here comes the Lady NATO. They trail at 6-2. Lady Vikings on top by 4. Holman with it. Rooks on the left wing. Picked up by Correll. Rooks finds a little opening. Goes to a shot from the baseline. No good. An offensive rebound and a traveling violation on the NATO. Sydney Rooks was called for the traveling violation. Here comes Nina Taylor with it. Gets it to Sydney Kroll. Out top to Correll. Correll being hounded by Rooks. There they find open teammate at Sydney Kroll, and she puts it in from about 3 feet out. Good ball movement by the Lady Vikes. And Parsons on an 8-0 run now, and they lead at 8-2 with 2:25 to play in our opening quarter. Chelsea Holman with it. Little spin move, cut off at the free throw line, kicks it out to Rooks. It's in the corner to Malsby, right back to Rooks. She'll take a long 3-pointer. It's off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Nina Taylor, and the Lady Vikings have numbers. Up to Hicks. Hicks goes up, and she scores off the glass. 10-2, Lady Vikes on top by 8. 2 minutes to go in our opening quarter. McGlory will check in at the next opportunity. NATO gets it into the front court. Jordan Rooks with it. Out top to Amelia Malsby. Gets it off to Holman, right back to Rooks. There's a 16-footer put up that is off the mark. And the Lady Vikes continue to do a good job on the boards, and Nina Taylor wants to outrace everybody to the other end. Great pass, and a basket is good by Sydney Kroll. Nice recognition by Nina on that play, and we have a timeout on the floor with the score. Lady Vikings 12 and Coffeyville 2. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Lady Viking Basketball on points of the game, and were able to shut out the Lady Vikings for 2.5 minutes as they came out in a triangle and 2 defense. Gave the Lady Vikings some problems to begin the game, but Parsons has seemingly solved that particular defense and are on a 12-0 run. Field Kinley has the basketball. We get it down to Rooks, and she gets bumped by Bree Bedore. It will be Bedore's first personal. Phil Kinley will inbound from the baseline. Get it into Rooks. Kicks out for an open 3 that is going to go down. Nice shot from the near corner by Amelia Malsby, and that breaks the Lady Vikings 12-0 run. Parsons now leads Field Kinley 12-5. Nina Taylor has her pass tipped, but it's taken by Carell, and she launches a three, and she answers with her own three-point shot. That is her first basket of the ball game. Lady Vikings go up by 10, 15-5, 38 seconds to go in our opening quarter. And a bad pass is going to be out of bounds. Rooks looking for Rooks. Sydney trying to get it to Jordan, but it was too tall, and the Lady Vikings will have possession. 33 seconds to play in our opening quarter. Lady Vikings already lead by 10. Shelby Coons into the lineup for Coffeyville. Brie Bedore at the free throw line, gets it out to Nina for a three. It's off the mark, but Nina's going to be able to run it down, I believe. Nope, it's going to go out of bounds and over to Coffeyville with 19 seconds to go in quarter number one. Lady Vikes pick up full court. Rooks has it. Gets a screen and gets into the front court. Almost loses it. Now she does lose it. Brie Bedore saves it, and here come the Lady Vikings with 8 seconds. 2-on-1 break. Carell fakes the pass, and she scores. Nicely done by Carell, and that is going to be the end of quarter number one with your score. Parsons 17 and Field Kinley 5. We'll step away for a 1-minute break. This is Lady Viking basketball on V93. And we are back live at Parsons High School just in time for the start of quarter number two. It was a good first quarter for the Lady Vikes. After a slow start, they lead Coffeyville 17-5. Field Kinley has the ball as play resumes. But the Lady Vikings have switched out of their 2-3 zone that they are so familiar with, and they are going with a straight man-to-man defense, and the ball is tipped away, nearly stolen by the Lady Vikings, and now the ball is loose again, picked up by Carell. She wants to go all the way to the basket. She scores, and she's fouled. Field Kinley just simply does not have the athletes to stay up with Carell and Nina Taylor. Wasn't a bad idea by Coach Nick Hart coming out in that triangle and two, trying to neutralize the Lady Vikings' two leading scorers. But the Lady Vikings enjoying a big lead now as Carell knocks down the free throw. She now has 8 points, and the Lady Vikings have their biggest lead, 20-5 in their press, just forced a turnover. Carell gets into the paint, kicks it out to Kroll for a 14 jump shot, and it is good. Sydney Kroll knocks it down, and we have another timeout called by Field Kinley. Parsons leading it 22-5. We'll step away for a 30-second break. This is Lady Viking basketball on V93. And we are back live at Parsons High School. Lady Vikings up big on Field Kinley out of Coffeyville, 22-5. Lady Vikings continuing to press, and they just forced another turnover. Nina Taylor has it. Gets around Rooks, gets fouled by Rooks, and the Lady Vikings will take it out on the far sideline. Danielle Morgan into the lineup for Field Kinley, replacing Jordan Rooks. Lady Vikings get it in to Ayanna Carell. Looks like Field Kinley going with a more traditional 2-3 zone now. Tough shot from the baseline, no good by Rooks. Then the next shot blocked, but the Lady Vikings still have it. Carell with the three-pointer. It's off the mark, and this time it's rebounded out by Malsby of Field Kinley. Lady Vikings led 17-5 at the end of the first quarter. They've extended that lead out to 22-5. Field Kinley with a 3-point basket and a 2-point basket, and that is it. And we have 6:25 to go in the first half as the Lady Vikings force yet another turnover against the Lady NATO. Kroll from about 8 feet is good on the feed from Carell. Kroll now with 8 points. She's having a good first quarter. 24-5. Lady Vikes by 19. Field Kinley gets it into the front court. Holman has it. Thought about a three. Malsby at the top of the key, guarded by Kroll. Gets it out to Coons, a 5'4" sophomore. Back to Holman. Back to Coons now. Malsby with it. Holman on the left wing. Tries to make a move. Gets into the paint, but has her pocket picked, and it is going to be a tie-up situation, and possession arrow favors the Lady Vikings. Allie Hicks into the lineup, and she will replace Ayanna Carell. 5:34 to go in quarter number 2. Lady Vikings up 24-5 over Field Kinley. Lady Vikings shooting for their 8th victory of the season. Bree Bedore to Kroll. Over to Nina Taylor. Taylor explodes to the basket, pulls up off the glass, no good, and it's rebounded out by Malsby of Field Kinley. Has her pocket picked by Kroll, ball is loose, and the NATO retains possession. Holman gets it down low. We have a step. Excuse me, traveling violation. Haven't seen that for a while. But Collins of Field Kinley switched her pivot foot. She pivoted on her left foot and then switched to pivoting to her right foot, which of course is a traveling violation. The other end, we have a personal foul called on Malsby on Nina Taylor's drive, and Lady Vikings will take it out from the baseline. Sydney Kroll to throw it in. Sydney looking, gets it into Allie Hicks. There's a three-pointer from the near side, no good. Bedore with the offensive board, can't get it to go. Ball knocked out of bounds by Field Kinley. Jalicia Senior, 5'3" sophomore, into the lineup for the Lady NATO. Lady Vikes get it out top to Bedore. Gets it over to Allie Hicks, who wasn't expecting the pass. Lady Vikings fortunate they still have possession. Turning and shooting from about 14 out is Kroll. Couldn't get it to go, but Bedore runs it down for the Lady Vikes. Nina Taylor fights through traffic and scores off the glass. What a play by Nina Taylor. She now has 8 points. Nina Taylor, Carell, and Kroll all with 8 points here in the first half, and the Lady Vikings lead it 26-5 over an outmanned Lady NATO crew. Another turnover, and here comes Allie Hicks. Has it poked away by Senior, and it'll stay with Parsons. 4:01 to go in the first half. Lady Vikings in control, 26-5. Jordan Rooks will check in at the next whistle for the NATO. There's a three-pointer from the left wing. That is perfect by Allie Hicks. 5 points for Allie here in the first half. And the Lady Vikings continue to extend their lead. It's now 29-5, 3:35 to go Pass knocked away. It's going to be close to a 10-second violation. I'm really surprised that wasn't a 10-second count. Nato tries to get it down to Collins. Knocked out by Nina Taylor. It will stay with Coffeyville. Here comes Rooks and Rooks, both. Jordan Rooks and Sydney Rooks checking in for Coffeyville, and they are down big, 29-5. Rooks tries to lob it into Collins. Collins kicks it out to Senior. Now Rooks from about 16 couldn't get it to go, and Bedore with the rebound for the Lady Vikes. Here comes Hicks with it. Now he swings it over to Ayanna Carell. Carell's going to go and launch a long three. It spins out and knocked out by McGlory. Goes over to Coffeyville. 3 minutes, 3 seconds to go in our first half. Lady Vikings in control, 29-5. Jordan Rooks walks the ball into the front court. Lady Vikings settle into their 2-3 zone. Lady Vikes played a little bit of man-to-man in this quarter. And now a bad pass is going to go out of bounds. And a silly turnover on Field Kinley. Here come the Lady Vikes with it. Ayanna Carell guarded by Rooks. Picked up her dribble. She needs some help. Oh, Sydney Kroll took steps. Did they see it? Yes, they did. Going to be a traveling violation on Sydney Kroll. 2:37 to go in quarter number 2. Lady Vikings up 29-5. Jordan Rooks swings it over to Senior and tried to get it back to Rooks, and Rooks was not ready for it. And turnovers continue to plague the Lady NATO here in the first half. Here comes Chelsea Holman into the lineup, replacing Senior. Wasn't that many years ago the Lady Vikings were struggling to put points on the board, struggling to win games like this year's Lady NATO team. The Lady Vikings have things rolling this year, looking for their 8th win and trying to move to 3-2 in the SEK. Carell picked up by Homan. Finds Bedore in the corner for 3. It's an air ball, and we have a foul underneath on Field Kinley, I believe. Pushing foul on Sydney Rooks. Kroll lobs it into McGlory on the inbound. McGlory couldn't get it to go. Loose ball knocked out by Field Kinley. Jordan Rooks, a 5'9" junior. You can just see the frustration growing on her face. So Lady Vikings lead it big, 29-5. Allie Hicks swings it over to Bedore. Bounce pass to Carell. Back to Bedore. NATO in a 2-3 zone. Carell cut off, kicks it out to Hicks, back to Carell. Carell looking to penetrate that zone. Nice look underneath, and scoring off the glass is McGlory. Give another assist to Ayanna Carell. 31-5, Lady Vikings in control. Minute 22 to go in our first half. Rooks penetrates, shot up in the lane, she gets fouled, and we'll have 2 free throws coming. McGlory picks up the personal. Only the 3rd team foul on the Lady Vikes. NATO has not scored here in the second quarter. We only have a minute 15 to go before halftime. Rooks puts it up, and it's good. Jordan Rooks gets her first point of the game and gives Lady NATO their first point of the second quarter. 31-6, Lady Vikings with a 25-point lead. 5'9" junior puts up her second free throw, and it's in and out, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Vikes. Carell. Now, I didn't see the traveling violation that time, but official was standing right there. Blew the whistle, and it is a turnover on Parsons. Approaching the 1 minute mark of our first half. Lady Vikings lead by 25 points. Homan with it, looking over the Lady Vikings 2-3 zone. Gives it over to Sydney Rooks. Gives it to Jordan Rooks on the far side. Homan at the top of the key. Hands off to Malsby. She'll launch at 3. Couldn't get it to go. Lady Vikings continuing to dominate the board. It's rebounded by Sydney Kroll. Gets it up to Carell. 30 seconds to go. Coach Kroll, I think, wants Lady Vikings to run the clock down. 22 seconds to go in our first half. Lady Vikings with a commanding 25-point lead. Nina Taylor has gotten a much longer rest in this quarter than normal. Coach Kroll saving her since the Lady Vikings have such a big cushion. Only 3 seconds to go. Here comes Carell. She gets tripped up. And we have a foul, and that's going to be the 7th foul on Field Kinley, and 1-1 for Carell. Get Chelsea Homan on the personal. Diana Carell, 1 for 1 from the line. Can't get it to go. But her shot off the offensive rebound does not go either. And we have finally reached halftime with the Lady Vikings in control of this one. They lead Field Kinley 31-6. We're going to step away for a 3-minute commercial break, and when we return, we will break down the first half. You're listening to Lady Viking Basketball on B93. Welcome back, everybody, to Parsons High School. We're live at Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium. Scott Marlowe with you on V93. We have Zach Gilmore running the video for us tonight. That's a live video stream at klkcradio.com. Lady Vikings with a big lead over Field Kinley as we get ready to start quarter number 3. It is 31-6. Lady Vikings actually trailed in this game at one time, but only by a score of 2-0. Lady Vikings went on a 12-0 run, and they've enjoyed a big advantage ever since. We're underway in quarter number 3. Jordan Rooks gives it off to Sydney Rooks. Lady Vikings have opened up in a man-to-man defense, something they don't do very often, but with this big lead, Coach Kroll wanting to work on some things. Shot is missed, knocked out of bounds by the Lady Vikes. On the inbound, shot is put up off the glass and good by Alyssa Stout. 31-8. Hicks is going to launch a 3. It's off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Field Kinley. Lady NATO had a decent start to the first half, and they have a decent start to the second half as they get a basket and then a hold at the other end. But the NATO with a huge mountain to climb, down 31-8. Lady Vikings in control. Shot in the paint is no good. Pulled out by Anna Carell, and Carell looking to force the action. Tried to get it to Nina Taylor, but it's stolen by Field Kinley. Rooks has it. Jordan Rooks pushes the ball into the front court. She sees a little opening, kicks it into the corner for an open 3, and it's an air ball. Offensive rebound, and the putback no good. Rebounded by Nina Taylor, and she is fouled by Alyssa Stout. Stout picks up her third. So here come the Lady Vikes with a 23-point lead over the NATO. Carell has it, being guarded by Homan. It's like a little bit of that triangle and 2 that Field Kinley opened up the game with, and Allie Hicks just walked with the basketball. Lady Vikes with a comfortable lead, 31-8. They led at the break 31-6. And we have an illegal pick out near half court on Chelsea Holman. Ball goes back over to the Lady Vikes. Nina Taylor inbounds the ball to Carell. Crawl on the right wing, out top to Nina Taylor. And looking to penetrate. Now she pulls up from 16. It's no good, but the loose ball run down by Allie Hicks, and her pass to Taylor is picked off by Rooks. Rooks to the other end. She missed the layup. Pulled out by Nina Taylor. Nina loves to run. She finds a teammate. McGlory off the glass. She got it. Ariana McGlory with her second basket. Nina Taylor with the assist. Lady Vikings lead at 33-8. Tough break for Rooks. She really anticipated that pass by Hicks. Did a good job picking it off, but could not get the layup to go down at the other end. Holman has it. Hands off to Rooks. Sydney Rooks guarded by Sydney Kroll. Picks up her dribble. And looking for help. Bad pass. Who's going to run it down? Holman has it for Coffeyville. Bounce pass to Rooks, and she scores off the glass. Nicely done by the Lady NATO. But the Lady Vikes still in control, 33-10, 5:10 to go in the third quarter, and this time we have some miscommunication between Nina Taylor and Allie Hicks. Lady Vikings throw it away. Bree Bedore will replace Hicks in the lineup. Chelsea Holman gets it up to Malsby. Guarded closely by Bedore. Out to Homan now. Hands off to Rooks for a 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Ayanna Carell. Carell almost took steps at half court. Gets it to Bedore. McGlory in the corner. Right back to Ayanna Carell. 4:35 to go. And what has been a low-scoring third quarter. Lady Vikes are up 33-10. Now a pass gets away from Nina Taylor, stolen by Rooks. Rooks goes up and gets it swatted by Nina Taylor. Coffeyville will retain possession, but nice hustle and great defense by Nina Taylor. 33-10, Lady Vikes by 23, 4:23 to go in quarter number 3. Coons to throw it in for Field Kinley. Jordan Rooks now has it out top. Lady Vikes in their 2-3 zone. Malsby on the left wing, right in front of the Field Kinley bench. Almost had her pass stolen by Nina Taylor. Rooks gets it to Coons in the corner. Being hounded by Bedore. Out top to Malsby, swings it over to Jordan Rooks. Rooks tried to get it down to Coons on the baseline, and it's picked off by Sydney Kroll. Nina Taylor gets it up to Carell. 3:48 to go in the third quarter. Nice piece of ball handling. And then errant pass gets away, and we have a tie-up situation, and it will stay with the Lady Vikes. From about the 5-minute mark of the first quarter all the way up to halftime, the Lady Vikings offense looked pretty sharp, but they have been struggling here in the third quarter. Only 2 points here in the third quarter, but Field Kinley hasn't been able to do much to chip away at the lead, and a little turnaround in the lane goes down for Sydney Kroll. She's in double digits with 10 points. Lady Vikings up by 25, 35-10. And we have a timeout called by Nick Hart of Field Kinley. 35-10, Lady Vikes lead it, 3:22 to go in the third quarter. We'll step away for a 30-second break. You're listening to Lady Viking Basketball on B93. Back live at Parsons High School. Lady Vikings have been in control pretty much since the opening tip. They lead Coffeyville 35-10. Lady Vikings looking to go 8-4 on the year and improve their league mark to 3-2. Field Kinley with only 1 win on the year. That came at their mid-season tournament over the weekend. Field Kinley will have the basketball. They inbound it to Jordan Rooks. Lady Vikings set up their 2-3 zone. Coons has it on the near side, gets it to Sydney Rooks. Gives it off to Senior, who just checked in, coming out of the timeout. Malsby out top to Coons. To Jordan Rooks. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lady Vikings up 35-10. Senior with it now. Field Kinley being extremely patient on this possession. Rooks wanted to get it down into the paint, couldn't do it, and now a bad pass is going to be picked off by Nina Taylor, and she has a wide open layup. She goes up with the left hand and scores. She is now in double figures with 10 points. And it is 37-10. Lady Vikings taking it to the Lady NATO, 2:23 to go in quarter number 3. Senior on the far side. Top to Coons, over to Malsby. Jordan Rooks, nice move, goes up. Can't score off the glass though. And I think we're going to have a traveling violation. It was a good offensive board by Senior, but she hit the deck and is whistled for the traveling violation. Here come the Lady Vikings with it. The door over to Nina Taylor. Finds a wide open McGlory underneath, and she lays it in. Great court vision by Nina Taylor. Nice job by McGlory, taking her time and just putting it in softly off the glass. McGlory now with 6 points. Lady Vikings up 39-10 with 1:43 to go in quarter number 3. Coons over to Rooks. Pass goes right through the hands of Sydney Rooks, and it's stolen by the Lady Vikings. Up ahead to Nina Taylor. She scores, and she's fouled. 12 points for Nina. That makes her the leading scorer for the Lady Vikes. Taylor will have 1 free throw coming. 41-10. Lady Vikings with a big 31-point lead. Looks like Grayson Freeze may be getting ready to check in for the Lady Vikes. Free throw is up, and it's off the mark. No good. And then a silly foul. That was a foul on Bree Bedore. Not only did they not call the foul, they're saying it went out of bounds off Field Kinley. I think the official probably missed that one. I think Field Kinley fans are letting the official hear it, and I don't blame them. It's been a frustrating year for the Lady NATO. They're down big here, and then a missed call. Grayson Freeze has it on the near side. Bounce pass to Kroll from about 10 feet out. She can't get it to go. Rebounded by Bedore. Her shot no good, but Grayson Freeze gets the offensive board. Kicks it out to Allie Hicks, and she loses it out of bounds. 1 minute, 4 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Parsons leading Field Kinley 41-10. Chelsea Homan will walk it into the front court. 55 seconds to go in the third quarter. Malsby out to Senior. Gets it over to Homan. She swings it in the corner to Rook. She'll let go with a 3-pointer. It's off the mark, no good. Malsby with an offensive board on the weak side. Has the ball stolen away by Sydney Kroll. Gets it over to Ayanna Carell. Up ahead to Bedore. She can't get it to go off the glass. Battle for the loose ball. Rooks has it for Field Kinley. 25 seconds to go. Rooks with a nice move, but she cannot score, and it's pulled out by Sydney Kroll. Bedore wide open at the far end of the floor. Now a ball stolen away by Field Kinley. Now the Vikings have it. Grayson Freeze loses it. And Field Kinley has it. Now Sydney Kroll pokes it away into the backcourt. But Coffeyville has it, so that was an interesting action the last 10 seconds, and now a foul with 1.8 seconds to play in the quarter. Field Kinley will take it out on the far side. Carell picks up personal. First team foul on the Lady Vikings here in the second half. Senior will be throwing it in. Only 1.8 seconds to work with. Homan throws up a desperation 3, and it's no good. And we have reached the end of the third period. With your score, Parsons 41 and Field Kinley 10. We'll take a 1-minute break. You're listening to Lady Viking Basketball on B93. And we are back live at Parsons High School just in time for the start of the fourth quarter. We will have a running clock for the final 8 minutes. Runner put up by Coffeyville's Jordan Rooks is no good. Lady Vikings in control 41-10, and we have a foul in the backcourt on Chelsea Homan. She picks up her third and the team's fourth. Nina Taylor walks it into the front court. We're going to see some Girls that normally play JV for the Lady Vikes and get some action here in the fourth quarter. Nina Taylor loses her dribble, gets it back, tried to get it down to McGlory, and it's taken away by Field Kinley. Now Nina steals a pass at the other end. 1-on-2, now it's 1-on-1. Nina gets into the lane, and it is a blocking foul on Field Kinley. It'll be their 5th team foul. I'm not sure if they called that foul on the floor or not. And 2 free throws are coming for Nina Taylor. Fedor will check in after this first free throw, which is good by Nina Taylor. Nina has 13 points. And one more free throw coming. It is off the back iron, no good. She tried to get her own rebound, but I think she went over the bat. Kia Dodd into the lineup for the Lady Vikes. She's a 5'5" freshman. (42-10), Lady Vikes lead by 32 over Field Kinley. Shot put up from the baseline goes down for Chelsea Homan. Her first basket of the game. Makes it 42-12. Dodd over to Hicks. To Fedor. Her pass knocked out of bounds by Homan. Again, we do have a running clock here in the fourth quarter. Lady Vikings led by 31 points after 3 periods of play. And it resulted in a running clock here in the fourth quarter. Collins will check in for the Lady NATO, who have 6 people on the floor. Now Sydney Rooks will head to the bench. And we're ready for basketball. Allie Hicks with it. Over to Fedor. Coffeyville in a 2-3 zone. Dodd over to Fedor on the right wing. Out top to Hicks. Bounce pass to Kroll. Oh, and now she throws it away. Miscommunication between Kroll and McGlory. 4:49 to go in the ball game. Chelsea Homan swings it over to Senior. Down low to Collins. She goes up strong. Can't score, but she is fouled, and she will earn 2 free throws. McGlory is going to get personal. Still plenty of seating available at Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium. You want to come out and see a very entertaining boys basketball game. Be getting away in about 30 minutes. Collins' first free throw is no good. She will have one more. Collins' second free throw off the back iron and then falls through. And I think the Lady Vikings had too many girls on the floor. May result in a technical foul. Yeah, we do have a technical on the Lady Vikings for having 6 players on the floor. And by the time they get this straightened out, we may just run the clock all the way down to 0. Technical foul on the Lady Vikings. They have 5 on the floor now, but they had 6 when that free throw was shot. So who's going to shoot the free throws? It's going to be, I don't even know if I have, let me see if I can find this player on my roster. We're going to go with Tamara Rutherford McCullough, freshman. She misses the first technical shot. Second one on the way is no good. Field Kinley will have the basketball. We're down to about 3:05 to go in our ball game. And I think we have a timeout on the floor, I think, by Field Kinley. 3 minutes, 2 seconds to play in our ball game. Lady Vikings in control, 42-12. We're going to step away for a 30-second commercial break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Lady Viking Basketball on V93. Lady Vikings heading back out onto the floor. Coffeyville will have the basketball. It's a 29-point lead for the Lady Vikings, 42-13 over Field Kinley. McCullough swings it over to Mason. Got a lot of freshmen on the floor right now for the NATO. This running clock here in the fourth quarter. Lady Vikings have put in some of their reserves too. Rebecca Heisey, the 5'1 freshman, out on the floor right now for the Lady Vikings. Also Grayson Freeze. Nakia Dodd out there. Shot put up and in at the other end off a turnover. Here comes Dodd with it. 42-15. Lady Vikings are going to win it in just a couple more minutes. We have 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in our ball game. A steal and a layup at the other end is going to go down. Mason gets it to go down for Field Kinley. 42-17. Heisey with it to Grayson Freeze, over to Dodd. Find Bedore on the far side, back to Dodd. To Heisey, she swings it over to Freeze. Grayson reverses her direction, gets cut off. Then her pass stolen away by Mason of Field Kinley. Here comes McCullough at the other end. She goes up, can't score, but she's fouled, and she will have 2 free throws coming. Clock will continue to run. Minute 20 to go in our ball game. 42-17. Lady Vikings have this game wrapped up. Lady Vikings led 31-6 at halftime. Free throw is going to be well short. It's an air ball. McCullough will have one more. Mackenzie Green checking into the lineup. Second free throw goes down. Dodd gets it in the front court for the Lady Vikings. Just about 33 seconds to go, and this one will be in the books. Heisey goes baseline, puts it up, and she gets it to go down. Heisey knocks it down, gets her first 2 points at the varsity level. 44-18 for the Lady Vikes, and now a bad pass goes out of bounds and goes over to the Lady Vikes. Lady Vikes are going to move to 8-4 and 3-2 in the SEK. Inbound pass stolen by Coffeyville. Mason for 3, couldn't get it to go. McCullough there with the offensive board, and she puts it in. Gives her 5 points, and that is our ball game. The Lady Vikings win it over Field Kinley by a final score of 44-20. We'll step away for a 3-minute commercial break, and hopefully we'll be able to visit with head coach Mike Kroll when we return. This is Lady Viking Basketball on V93.
V93.5, we have a full day of entertainment just for you, our favorite listener. Check out Terry Blackburn in the morning. Spend your lunch hour with our Taco Mile 80s and 90s at noon. Matt B gets you through your workday with the afternoon hit mix. Spend your evening with the Zach Sang Show straight out of Hollywood. And last but not least, it's a throwback party every weekend on V93.5.
Parsons Vikings basketball is brought to you by Clemens Insurance Company, located at 401 North 16th Street. For all your insurance needs, call Jerry Clemens at 620-421-9999.
V93.5, we have a full day of entertainment just for you, our favorite listener. Check out Terry Blackburn in the morning. Spend your lunch hour with our Taco Mile 80s and 90s at noon. Matt B gets you through your workday with the afternoon hit mix. Spend your evening with the Zach Sang Show straight out of Hollywood. And last but not least, it's a throwback party every weekend on V93.5.
Parsons Vikings basketball is brought to you by Clemens Insurance Company, located at 401 North 16th Street. For all your insurance needs, call Jerry Clemens at 620-421-9999.
V93.5, we have a full day of entertainment just for you, our favorite listener. Check out Terry Blackburn in the morning. Spend your lunch hour with our Taco Mile 80s and 90s at noon. Matt B gets you through your workday with the afternoon hit mix. Spend your evening with the Zach Sang Show straight out of Hollywood. And last but not least, it's a throwback party every weekend on V93.5.
Parsons Vikings basketball is brought to you by Clemens Insurance Company, located at 401 North 16th Street. For all your insurance needs, call Jerry Clemens at 620-421-9999.
V93.5. We have a full day of entertainment just for you, our favorite listener. Check out Terry Blackburn in the morning. Spend your lunch hour with our Taco Mile 80s and 90s at noon. Matt B gets you through your workday with the afternoon hit mix. Spend your evening with the Zach Sang Show straight out of Hollywood. And last but not least, it's a throwback party every weekend on V93.5.
Parsons Vikings basketball is brought to you by Clemens Insurance Company, located at 401 North 16th Street. For all your insurance needs, call Jerry Clemens at 620-421-9999.
Welcome back, everybody, to Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium. We're back out of the commercial break just in time for tonight's national anthem, so we will let you listen in at home. Looks like it's going to be done by a music company. They always do a great job. Aaron Burke ready to direct the kids. That was the national anthem, brought to you by Parsons High School Music Company. As always, the kids did a great job. Now we'll have the starting lineups over the PA system. Again, for the Vikings, it's going to be Derek Williams, Daquan Johnson, Zeke Lyons, Devonta Yates, and Joel Shaggy. And for the Golden Tornado, it's going to be Jalen Logan, Trey Myrie, CJ Kelly, Brendan Graham, and Andrew Knight. Really big game as far as the SEK is concerned. Both of these teams are 3-1, and the winner of this game will essentially be tied for first place. Almost certainly still be a half game out because they'll have played one less game than front-runners Pittsburgh and Labette County, but main thing you want to look at is that loss column. Pittsburgh, Labette County, Parsons, and Coffeyville all with just one league loss, but that's going to change here tonight as the Vikings take on the NADA. Now, these teams did play earlier in the year in that preseason tournament out in Emporia, and the Vikings knocked off the NADA in that tournament, but of course that did not count in league standings. Tyler Thompson is the head coach for the Golden Tornado. Anthony Hout in his 5th year. Numbers and letters, Parsons Vikings in their home white. Starters heading out onto the floor, and we are just moments away from getting started with the second half of our doubleheader. CJ Kelly jumping against Devonta Yates, and Devonta Yates wins the opening tip for the Vikings, and we are underway at Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium. Coffeyville will open up in a man-to-man defense. Daquan Johnson looks to penetrate, kicks it out to Zeke Lyons, pulls up from 16, it's off the mark, no good, and rebounded by Trey Myrie. Gives it off. Well, Myrie's just going to pull up at the three-point line and knock it down. They're going to say his foot was on the line, so just a two-point basket by Myrie. And NATO strikes first. They're up 2-0, just underway. 7:25 to go in the first quarter. Nice drive by Scheibe. Couldn't get it to go, but he's fouled, and he will go to the line for 2 free throws. Andrew Knight, the 6'4 junior, picks up the personal. That will be his first. Vikings really struggled in their championship game win at the Lancer Classic at the free throw line, but Joel Scheibe didn't get to shoot very many of those free throws. As he knocks down the first one, Joel did knock down a couple of big free throws in the fourth quarter as the Vikings knocked off Baxter Springs 62-59 to claim first place at the Lancer Classic. He gets the second one to go, and we are tied at 2. Vikings with a little full-court press. Broken by the NATO. CJ Kelly makes a move, kicks it out to Myrie. Jalen Logan swings it over to Graham, gets into the paint, can't score, and the rebound pulled out of there by Devonta Yates. Yates looking to push it. And Zeke Lyons is going to get called for a traveling violation on the left wing. We are tied at 2, 6:58 to play in the first period. Knight has it for the NATO. Stepping back for a three-pointer. That will go down off the glass. Trey Myrie got it to go. And he has all 5 points for the NATO. They lead at 5-2, 6:38 to go. Scheibe will try to answer from the left wing. It's off the mark and rebounded by Kelly. Field Kinley on the move. Kelly pulls up from about 16. Couldn't get it to go. Rebounded by Zeke Lyons. Lyons brings it up himself. Now up ahead to Daquan Johnson. Johnson quickly goes baseline and gets fouled by Kelly. Johnson's first step is so quick. It'll be a hard matchup for anybody in the SEK. Nato on top in the early going, 5-2, 6 minutes, 20 seconds to play in our opening quarter. Get it down to Daquan. He's double teamed and then almost lost it. Kicks it out to Derek for a three. It's short. Daquan fights for the rebound and gets it. And he penetrates, kicks it back out, and now the Vikings will look to reset. Derek has it. Kicks it out to Zeke. Zeke into the paint. His floater falls. Didn't think it was going to go down, but it did. Zeke gets his first basket, 5-4. Nato leading by 1, just under 6 minutes to play in our opening quarter. Jalen Logan, 5'8" junior, gives it off to Kelly. Kelly goes behind the back, gets into the paint. Cannot score, but he is fouled. Looks like the foul was on the floor. So Nato will take it out on the baseline. Zeke Lyons picks up his first. Here comes Luke Walgamon into the lineup, replacing Joel Scheibe. 5:45 to go in quarter number 1. Nato on top, 5-4. Kelly to throw it in from the baseline. Gets it out top to Knight. They go down into the paint, and the shot is blocked. But Myrie runs it down for the Nato. The Vikings thought they were going to have a run out for a layup at the other end, but Myrie had other ideas. Logan guarded by Derek. Knight out top to Myrie. Swings it over to Logan. Logan looks to penetrate. Boy, a bad pass, and now it's going to be stolen by the Vikings. Quickly at the other end, the layup is good by Devontae Yates. 6-5, Vikings have their first lead. Kelly has a little bit of an opening, gets into the paint, and he scores. Nicely done by the Nato to regain the 7-6 lead. They beat the Viking press on that play. Devontae Yates. Ball's going to be knocked away from Zeke Lyons, taken by Field Kinley. But that looked like a traveling violation, but laying it in at the other end is Andrew Knight. And Field Kinley playing well here in the first quarter. They lead 9-6. Derek goes quickly baseline, can't get it to go, but he's going to earn 2 free throws. C.J. Kelly picks up his second personal. He's a big part of this Field Kinley offense, and he's going to have to take a seat, I believe, as he just picked up his second personal. Kelly, a 6'1" junior. 2 free throws coming for Derek Williams. His first one is on the way, and it's perfect. Vikings off to a good start at the free throw line. You know, at one time against Baxter, they were 3 out of 16, and here in the first quarter, they are 3 out of 3, so a much better start at the free throw line for the Vikes. 9-7, Nato leads Parsons by 2. Second free throw is also perfect. And the Vikings will pick up a full court press. Nato leading 9-8. Logan almost lost it. Gets it to Graham. Graham working against Patch Lodeholtz, who just checked in. Three-pointer is off the mark by Andrew Knight of Field Kinley. And here come the Vikings looking to regain the lead. Nato in a man-to-man defense. Derek Williams has it in the corner to Scheibe. Now Daquan has it, guarded by the smaller Logan, and he gets bumped out near the top of the key. But anytime Daquan puts the ball on the floor and tries to do something with it, something positive happens for the Vikings. So far in the first quarter, he's caused a couple of free throws, or a couple of personal fouls, I should say, to be called on Field Kinley. Daquan just about took steps. Now Joel Scheibe almost loses it. Vikings down by 1. Patch Lodeholtz looks to penetrate. He gets cut off. Kicks it out to Derek. Derek with a step back 3. He got it. Derek Williams drains it from about 20 feet out, and the Vikings lead by 2, 11-9, 3:40 to go in the first quarter. Logan at the top of the key, over to Knight, back to Logan. He's going to try a long 3, and it's off the mark, no good. Daquan skies for the rebound. Hands it off to Derek. Williams Kicks it out to Scheibe. He's in the corner and open for a three. Couldn't get it to go, but there's Daquan Johnson getting the rebound. He tries to force the action, and he's fouled. Foul will be on the floor. Foul's on Logan, his second. So even though Daquan has not scored in this game, he's causing a lot of headaches for the NATO, and Daquan's going to take a breather. Zeke Lyons back into the lineup. Vikings have the ball in a 2-point lead. Into Zeke, the right wing. Pass going to be picked up. They were trying to get it down to Luke Walgamon. Here comes Logan. Kicks it out to Rutherford. Shot put up no good by the NATO. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Field Kinley. It will go over to the Vikings. 3:08 to go in our opening quarter. Parsons leads at 11-9. Derek Williams gets it into the front court, picked up by Trey Myrie. NATO stays in their man-to-man defense. Derek passes over to Zeke on the far side. Here goes Patch. Put out to Joel in the corner. Joel looking to penetrate. Pulls up from about 10. It's off the back iron, no good. Ball tipped out to Derek. Derek gets it down to Luke. And Luke's going to get the roll. He scores it. That was not an easy shot. Nicely done by the 6'5 junior. And now the ball is loose in the backcourt. Who has it? Myrie has it for Coffeyville. Gets it up to Logan. Vikings need to get back on defense. They couldn't do it, and layup is good by Andrew Knight. 13-11. Vikings lead by 2. 2:22 to go in the first quarter. Zeke Lyons. It's to Patch. Patch out near half court. Being guarded by Graham. Patch looking to penetrate. Has his pocket picked, and it's taken by Trey Myrie of Field Kinley. NATO can tie on this possession or take the lead with a three-pointer. Daquan's going to check in at the next opportunity. Graham open for three. Couldn't get it to go. And it's rebounded by Zeke Lyons. Minute 50 to go in the first quarter. Patch drives again, hands off to Luke. Luke with a strong move. Boy, he got hacked from behind. And he's going to have 2 free throws. Andrew Knight picks up his second. And fouls starting to pile up here in the first quarter on Field Kinley. Jalen Logan, C.J. Kelly, and Andrew Knight all with 2 personals. And we still have a minute 45 to play. In our first quarter, Luke Walgamont with 2 points. In the first quarter, he's got a couple of free throws coming. His free throw goes down. Vikings a perfect 5 of 5 from the free throw line. In quarter number 1, they lead 14-11. Derek Williams takes a seat. We have Daquan Johnson, Patch Lodeholtz, Walgamont, Zeke Lyons, and Joel Scheibe on the floor for the Vikings. Luke's second free throw, nothing but net. Vikings a perfect 6 of 6 now from the free throw line. They lead Field Kinley 15-11 with a minute 45 to play. In quarter number 1, Vikings in their 2-2-1 press. Logan gets it off to Rutherford. Graham for a 3. It's in and out, no good. Battle for the loose ball. Field Kinley has it, and Rutherford will reset. Logan at the top of the key, guarded out there by Devontae Yates briefly. Trey Myrie, good ball handler, and he gets into the paint, but he can't get the little floater to go. Here come the Vikings. Daquan Johnson outraces everybody to the other end, and he gets his first basket as he lays it in off the glass. Vikings have their biggest lead now at 17-11. Less than a minute to play. Rutherford for 3, can't get it to go. Daquan tries to get the rebound, but tried to tap it to himself and couldn't do it. It's taken by Myrie, and Field Kinley will reset. 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Nice move by Logan, and he scores off the glass. 5'8 junior gets to the rack and scores. 17-13. Vikings lead by 4. 30 seconds to go in our opening quarter. Scheibe being guarded by Rutherford. Over to Devontae Yates. Being guarded by Seth Bromley of Coffeyville. 6-foot sophomore. Down to 10 seconds to go, and the Vikings just threw it away. Miscommunication between Yates and Scheibe. Here comes Tariq Williams back into the lineup for the Vikes. 6.9 seconds to play in our opening quarter. Vikings leading at 17-13. Here comes Jalen Logan and Coffeyville. 5 seconds. Logan explodes into the lane, and he scores off the glass. Very nicely done. And we have reached the end of our first quarter with the score: Parsons 17 and Field Kinley 15. We'll step away for a 30-second break. You're listening to Viking.
V93.5, we have a full day of entertainment just for you, our favorite listener. Check out Terry Blackburn in the morning. Spend your lunch hour with our Taco Mile 80s and 90s at noon. Matt B gets you through your workday with the afternoon hit mix. Spend your evening with the Zach Sang Show straight out of Hollywood. And last but not least, it's a throwback party every weekend on V93.5.
Parsons Vikings basketball is brought to you by Clemens Insurance Company, located at 401 North 16th Street. For all your insurance needs, call Jerry Clemens at 620-421-9999.
Vikings have their starting 5 on the floor, with the exception of Patch Lodeholtz is on the floor instead of Devontae Yates. TJ Turner, 6'2 sophomore, checked into the lineup for Coffeyville, as has Tariq Logan, the 5'9 freshman. So a lot of new faces on the floor for Coffeyville as they look to tie or take the lead on this possession. Logan got around the top of the key. Here's Myrie from about 12 feet. He's going to get the roll, and we're tied at 17 points apiece, 7:20 to go. Tariq Williams with a full head of steam, couldn't get it to go. We had a path to the basket and could not get it to go down. Logan hands off to Myrie. He'll launch a three. It's perfect. Myrie in double figures now with 10 points, and this is, I believe, a 9-0 run by Field Kinley, and they lead at 20-17. Tariq tries to answer with a three, couldn't get it to go. Zeke Lyons with an offensive board finds Scheibe underneath, and he lays it in. Nice look by Zeke Lyons. Joel now has 4 points. Vikings to within 1 at 20-19. At the other end, we have an offensive foul. If it's on Logan, and it is, that is his third personal. And he will be replaced by C.J. Kelly. Devontae Yates back into the lineup for the Vikings, replacing Tariq Williams. It's been a game of runs so far, not big runs, just little runs here and there, but Vikings find themselves down by 1. Runner in the lane, no good by Yates, pulled out by Graham of Coffeyville. 6.5 minutes to play before halftime. Field Kinley has the ball and a 1-point lead. Myrie gets into the paint, goes up, in and out, no good, but an offensive board, and putting it off the glass is Brendan Graham. He gets his first 2 points. 22-19, Field Kinley by 3. Yates lost his dribble and is taken by C.J. Kelly. Kelly looks like he has a path to the basket, goes with the reverse layup and scores. Pretty impressive first half by Field Kinley, and they lead at 24-19 over the Vikings. Vikings down by 5, 6 minutes to go in the first half. Scheibe, bounce pass over to DeQuan. DeQuan penetrates, gets bumped, and can't get it to go, but he's going to have 2 free throws coming. Personal is on Tariq Logan, the freshman, his first. 18 fouls, on Field Kinley, only 1 so far here in the first half on the Vikings. DeQuan's free throw, he gets the roll. He now has 3 points. The Vikings continue to get it done at the free throw line here in the first half. They're a perfect 7 of 7. But Field Kinley still has the 4-point lead at 24-20, 5:51 to play in quarter number 2. 6-foot sophomore puts up his second free throw. It's perfect. 24-21. Field Kinley has the ball in a 3-point lead. C.J. Kelly with it. Kelly is 6'1" junior. Vikings have gone to a zone defense. Graham skip pass is going to be picked off. The Vikings get it stolen, though, by Coffeyville. Field Kinley with really quick hands. Myrie thought about a three. Oh, that's a traveling violation. That looked like 2.5 steps, but laying it in off the glass is T.J. Turner, the 6'2" sophomore. 5-point lead for Field Kinley at 26-21, and now they do call a traveling violation out top on Patch Lodeholtz. And Patch is going to take a seat. Derek Williams will take his spot. The Vikings led 17-15 at the end of the first quarter. It's been all NATO here in the second quarter. They've outscored Parsons 11-4, and they lead by 5, and they have the basketball. Vikings in a zone defense. They got Luke Walgamon out at the top of that zone, and it forces a turnover. Derek Williams bounce pass to Walgamon. He's not in a good spot, and he's going to travel. So the Vikings not playing real clean basketball here in the second quarter, and they find themselves in a 5-point hole with 5:03 to play in the first half. Trey Myrie leading the way for Field Kinley with 10 points. Gets it over to Kelly. Now Turner back to Kelly. As the NATO continues to work against this Viking zone, they get it in the middle to Graham. He goes up over everybody but can't get the roll. Turner with the offensive board, knocked out of bounds by Daquan Johnson. Myrie will throw it in for the NATO from the baseline. Looking for a couple of cutters to the basket. Nothing there, so he gives it to Graham in the corner. Swings it out to Kelly. Vikings in a 2-3 zone. Kelly on the right wing. Out top to Myrie. He'll launch the three. Perfect. Trey Myrie having a big first half for Field Kinley. He has 13 points, and it's the biggest lead of the night for the NATO at 29-21. Zeke Lyons tries to answer at the other end. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Graham. Coffeyville dominating the Vikings so far in the second quarter. Graham has it. There's another three-pointer put up by Field Kinley. It goes down off the glass. Tariq Logan, the freshman, hits it off the glass. He didn't call it, but it counts all the same. 32-21. Huge second quarter so far for the NATO. We'll step away for a 30-second break and be right back. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
V93.5, we have a full day of entertainment just for you, our favorite listener. Check out Terry Blackburn in the morning. Spend your lunch hour with our Taco Mile 80s and 90s at noon. Matt B gets you through your workday with the afternoon hit mix. Spend your evening with the Zach Sang Show straight out of Hollywood. And last but not least, it's a throwback party every weekend on V93.5.
Parsons Vikings Basketball is brought to you by Clemens Insurance Company, located at 401 North 16th Street. For all your insurance needs, call Jerry Clemens at 620-421-9999.
By Anthony Houck, see if the Vikings can get back on track. Vikings had a good first quarter, and they've been perfect from the free throw line so far. Nice drive to the basket by Zeke Lyons. He now has 4 points, and the Vikings really needed that basket to stop this big run by Coffeyville. That gets it down to single digits at 32-23. Turner finds a man under the basket, and scoring off the glass is Andrew Knight. He has 6 points, and Field Kinley really looking sharp here in the second quarter. 14-foot jumper, no good by Derek Williams, pulled out by Trey Myrie. Field Kinley with an 11-point lead and the basketball. They get it into Kelly, penetrates. Ball is lost, picked up by Derek Williams. Here come the Vikings with it. Gets it to Daquan Johnson. He can't score off the glass, and it's a blocking foul, and Daquan will have 2 free throws coming. Tyler Thompson, head coach for Coffeyville, thought it should be an offensive foul, but he didn't get the call, and DeQuan will have 2 free throws. Personal was on TJ Turner, his first. DeQuan has 4 points, 2 out of 2 from the line. That free throw spins out. That is the Vikings' first miss from the line here in the first half. Vikings were 8 of 8. They are now 8 of 9. DeQuan will try to get the Vikes to within 10 points, and he does. So 34-24. NATO's already put up 19 points. And we still have over 3 minutes, 19 minutes in the second quarter, I should say, and we have 3 minutes to play before half. Tariq Logan with it, gives it off to Kelly. Vikings have switched back to their man-to-man defense. Myrie guarded by the Lions. They get it over to Kelly. He's going to launch a 3. That one's off the mark, rebounded by DeQuan Johnson. Get over to Zeke. And Zeke took steps again. That's the second or third time Zeke's been called for traveling. .242 to play before halftime. NATO has the basketball in a 10-point lead, 34-24. And we have a traveling violation at the other end on Andrew Knight of Coffeyville. So I think the Vikings, no need to panic here. All kinds of time left in this ball game, and they just need to weather this storm. Coffeyville has gotten red hot here in the second quarter, pouring in 19 points already and opening up a 10-point lead. But the Vikings need to stay focused. Nice dish underneath to Devontae Yates from Joel Scheibe, and Yates puts it in off the glass. Vikings within 8 now at 34-26. 2:15 to go in our first half. C.J. Kelly with it, guarded by Derek Williams. Gets it over to Graham on the right wing. It's Myrie at the right elbow. Nice move. He puts it up over lines, but it's no good. Pulled down by Derek Williams. Lob play for DeQuan. Kicks it out to Joel Scheibe for an open 3. He got it. Nice offense on that play by the Vikings. Scheibe now with 7 points, and the Vikings within 5. Just a minute or two ago, they were down double digits. C.J. Kelly gets a screen out top. Sitting in the corner for a 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Zeke Lyons. Zeke over to Derek. He's open for a 3. Buried it. The Vikings coming back in a hurry. I'm a little surprised Coffeyville hasn't gone to a timeout after that play. Parsons just like that within 2 points. 34-32. Field Kinley with the ball in a 2-point lead. Minute 13 to go in the first half. Trey Myrie on the left wing. And they swing it over to Graham. Finds Myrie down under the basket, but he's got Yates on him, so he backs it back out. Myrie to Graham. Under a minute to go. Field Kinley has the ball in a 2-point lead, 34-32. Myrie out top to Knight, guarded by Yates. It's the ball on the floor, gets it to Myrie. Hands off to Kelly. Kelly looking to make a move. Oh, we've got a touch foul. And you get some sarcastic cheers from the Coffeyville faithful, as that is only the second foul of the half called on the Vikings, while Coffeyville has been whistled for 9 personal fouls. C.J. Kelly to throw it in from the baseline. Finds Graham cutting to the basket, and he gets fouled. I think it was on the floor. And so once again, Coffeyville will take it out underneath the basket. DeQuan Johnson picks up his first. Kelly gets it into Graham. I think it was tipped out by DeQuan Johnson, however, sure enough. 38 seconds to go in the first half. Parsons with a nice run here. They were down by 11 or 12 points. Now they're only down by 2. Graham, boy, he used his off arm. That should have been an offensive foul. Missed the shot anyway. Here comes DeQuan Johnson. Kicks it out to Zeke. He'll try a 3 for the lead. Got it! The Parsons Vikings come storming back, and they lead Coffeyville 35-34 with only 20 seconds to go in the first half. C.J. Kelly has it. like the NATO may want to hold for one shot. Trey Myrie guarded by Zeke Lyons. Down to 10 seconds. Myrie double team, gets it over to Kelly with 4 seconds. Kelly looks to make a move. He's going to do a step back three-pointer, and it is short. Follow shot, does it go? They're going to count it. I thought it didn't get off in time, but they just counted that basket.
V93.5, we have a full day of entertainment just for you, our favorite listener. Check out Terry Blackburn in the morning. Spend your lunch hour with our Taco Mile 80s and 90s at noon. Matt B gets you through your workday with the afternoon hit mix. Spend your evening with the Zach Sang Show straight out of Hollywood. And last but not least, it's a throwback party every weekend on V93.5.
Parsons Vikings basketball is brought to you by Clemens Insurance Company, located at 401 North 16th Street. For all your insurance needs, call Jerry Clemens at 620-421-9999.
In case you missed it earlier, the Lady Vikings were victorious over the Lady Golden Tornado 44-20. So the Lady Vikes now 8-4 on the year and 3-2 in the SEK. NATO will send out Jalen Logan, CJ Kelly, Brendan Graham, Trey Myrie, and Andrew Knight. Their starting five. Assuming the Vikings will also go with their original five starters. Derek Williams, Daquan Johnson, Zeke Lyons, Devontae Yates, and Joel Scheibe. 36-35, Vikings down by one. As we get ready to start the third quarter, the Vikings will have the basketball as play resumes. Vikings will be in action again Friday night as they host the Columbus Titans. Vikings traveling down to Columbus for Sub-State this year as well. Third quarter underway. Daquan Johnson has it. He looks to penetrate right away. He gets fouled in the lane. And I think they're going to give him 2 free throws. And that's exactly what you were talking about, Wayne.
Yeah, it was a nice play out of the half, and he was playing the high post and just well executed. And Daquan did take the hand off and just drove the lane and just almost had an and one.
Trey Myrie picks up his first personal. Daquan with 2 free throws on the way. It's no good. Vikings were really good in the first half on their free throws. 9 out of 10 for 90%, but they can't get that one to go. Daquan will have one more. In and out, no good, but an offensive board by Derek, and he scores over everybody. Well, just as good as 2 made free throws. The Vikings take the lead, 37-36.
An example like the other night, Rob Barkas said why you don't foul in high school with a 3-point lead at the end of the game, because that kind of rebound.
Absolutely. Kelly with it on the left wing for Coffeyville, working against Daquan. Gets around Daquan, little scoop shot, won't go, pulled down by Johnson. So here come the Vikings with a 1-point lead and the basketball. 7:20 to go in quarter number 3. Derek Williams pulls up from about 10, couldn't get it to go, but ball comes out to Scheibe. His floater in the lane goes down. Joel Scheibe now with 9 points. Vikings lead 39-36. 7:05 to go in quarter number 3. Myrie down on the blocks, gives it off to Knight. He has his pocket picked, but the Vikings didn't see it. Now they pick it up. Devontae Yates quickly up to Derek. Lobs it up for Devontae, and he scores off the glass. Good start to the second half for the Vikings. I believe this is their biggest lead of the night at 41-36.
A 50-50 ball there turned into 2 points.
Vikings really playing sharp here in the third quarter. Joel Scheibe almost has a steal. Graham runs it down for Coffeyville. Nato look a little bit rattled here at the start of the third quarter. They had a 12-point lead in the second quarter. Right now they find themselves down by 5. Then a nice drive, and getting fouled and scoring is Jalen Logan. He's only 5'8", but he has shown the ability to drive to the basket.
DeQuan was kind of in no man's land there. He didn't hardly touch him, but he fouled him. You know, it was one of those things he couldn't get out of the way.
DeQuan picks up his second. Logan tries to complete the three-point play, and he does. He now has 7 points, and that gets Field Kinley to within 2 at 41-39. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll take a 30-second break. This is Viking basketball on B93. We are back live at Parsons High School. Scott Marlowe and Wayne Gilmore with you. Zach Gilmore taking care of our video stream tonight. Again, you can pick up that video stream at klkcradio.com. Tariq Williams into the front court. Vikings have the basketball and a 2-point lead in this crucial SEK matchup between the Vikings and Coffeyville. Tariq going to take a guarded three, and it's a little bit short, pulled out by Graham. Almost had his pocket picked, but the NATO comes away with it. Jalen Logan with it. Nobody's picking him up. Skip pass over to Graham. Myrie thought about a long three-pointer. Now he backs it out, and the NATO will reset. Vikings at a man-to-man. Now Myrie launches a three. No good, but nobody's there to rebound for the Vikings, and it's an easy putback for C.J. Kelly.
You know, the 2 rebounders for that ball were both in purple. You know, we had nobody in that area for the rebound right under the basket.
We are tied at 41, 5:38 to go. Nice drive by Scheibe. Can't get it to go off the glass. Pulled out by Graham. NATO looking to take the lead. Logan with it. Stripped by Scheibe, and it goes out of bounds. I'm going to say Coffeyville will keep it. Coach Thompson of Coffeyville can't believe there wasn't a foul called on that play. NATO looking to take the lead. Knight gets it to Graham. He's in the paint, and he walked with it. Traveling violation on the NATO. We're tied at 41, 5:26 to play in the third period. Lady Vikings and Vikings will be in action Friday night right here at Parsons High School hosting Columbus. Tariq Williams gets a screen out top. Swings it over to Zeke. He takes a three-pointer, and it's off the mark. No good. DeQuan fighting for the rebound. Couldn't get it. Here comes the NATO. Kelly against Scheibe. Gets fouled, and he will have 2 free throws coming. And Kelly tries to stare down Scheibe. I'm not really sure why. I mean, just a hard foul, trying to keep him from, and he's going to get talking to by the official for trying to stare down an opponent.
Yeah, Joel he didn't even, he grabbed the ball when he was going up, so it was a good foul. He had both hands on the ball to keep him from getting the ball off, and
I think a nice job by the official there just to talk to Kelly, get him calmed down, as opposed to, maybe calling a technical, something like that. It's always good to, give a warning, let the kid know, hey, this is just high school basketball. You can't get away with that. First free throw is up and good, and the NATO has retaken the lead. Kelly's second free throw off the mark, no good. Rebounded by DeQuan Johnson. Here come the Vikings, and ball outlet pass stolen by Jalen Logan.
He is quick.
Shot in the paint, no good. Kelly gets it, can't score. Vikings try to get a run out and a foul on Graham. He's going to give a dirty look to the official. I'm surprised. Now that could have just about earned a technical, but it didn't.
Kevin didn't see his mouth, or he probably would have teed him.
Right. So Graham picks up his first. It's the second team foul on Field Kinley. So a very entertaining ball game, pretty much from the opening tip. Field Kinley leading Parsons 42-41, 4:48 to go in the third quarter. DeQuan hands off to Derek, and we have an illegal pick. I didn't see anything illegal about it, but DeQuan who only had one foul at the half, all of a sudden has 3.
It was the same play we started the half with. He just, instead of faking the handoff, he gave it to him, and yeah, it was real subtle, I guess.
Luke Walgamont will check in at the next opportunity, so now DeQuan Johnson all of a sudden in foul trouble. Graham with it in the corner to Kelly. Kelly with a nice penetration. Can't score off the glass, though. It was a great move, and Kelly hits the ground hard. Here come the Vikings. Zeke Lyons, great move, but he missed the layup. That would have given the Vikings a 1-point lead, pulled down by Trey Myrie. Nobody's picking up the ball. Now they finally do, but they find Kelly underneath. He probably should have shot it. Gives it off to Knight instead, and he missed the layup. Coach Thompson thought there was a foul. At the other end, Derek misses it. You won't see Derek miss those very often. Battle for the loose ball, and Phil Kinley has it. I think they're going to go with a jump ball situation, and it will go over to Phil Kinley.
I was just hoping DeQuan didn't get a foul when he was going for those loose balls there.
So a layup missed by Coffeyville at one end, and then a layup missed by the Vikings. DeQuan now takes a seat with those 3 fouls, replaced by Luke Walgamont. Field Kinley with a 1-point lead and the ball. 4 minutes to play in quarter number 3. Logan guarded by Williams. To Kelly. Has his pocket picked. Here come the Vikings with it. Now the ball poked away. The Vikings, it's going to be another tie-up situation. I tell you, both teams have really quick hands.
No question.
Possession arrow favors the Vikings this time. Scheibe, Lyons, Williams, Yates, and Walgamont on the floor for the Vikings. Here comes TJ Turner for Coffeyville, replacing Andrew Knight. Scheibe to throw it in right next to the Viking bench. Vikings haven't scored for a while. They're down 42-41, 3:49 to go in quarter number 3. They get it into Derek, guarded by Kelly. Derek gets a screen, and he gets bumped out at the free throw line. And I tell you, when the Vikings do drive, Warren, good things happen.
Yeah, I know we're a 3-point shooting team, but this team is so athletic, taking the ball to the basket. Especially when you're not going against any bigs. You're going to have success, and then it's just one thing's going to snowball, So
Kelly has to take a seat. That was his 3rd personal. Here comes Derek, and we've got an illegal screen on Luke Walgamont.
He was moving.
And he was moving. There was no doubt on that one. Luke picks up his 1st and the team's 4th. They've kind of come to a standstill offensively. We've been stuck at 42-41 for quite a while. Patch Lodeholtz wanted to get in the game a little bit late, so we'll have to wait till the next whistle. Logan to Trey Myrie. Over to the freshman, Tariq Logan. Graham has it at the top of the key. Right back to Logan. Logan sees a little path to the basket. Are they going to count that basket? I think they're going to say it was on the floor, I believe.
On the floor.
Originally, I thought they were going to count it. They get Devontae Yates. He picks up his 1st personal. Here comes Patch.
He pointed down like he was doing with 2 fingers, but he was pointing down. So that's a good thing. That's good.
So Logan to throw it in from the baseline. Phil Kinley with a 1-point lead and the basketball. Logan to throw it in. Gets it into Myrie. He'll launch a 3. In and out. No good. Both teams struggling offensively all of a sudden in the last few minutes. Here come the Vikings. Derek Williams. Great move, and he gets fouled. He misses a dunk. It wouldn't have counted because they had already blown the play dead.
Wow.
Logan picks up his 4th. Talk about explosive.
He took off. Guys, he took off outside the lane and he was up high enough to dunk it. Oh wow, that was impressive.
Joel Scheibe inbounding right in front of the PHS student body. Gets it into Derek. Over to Zeke. Vikings need a basket here. They haven't scored in a long while. Fortunately, Coffeyville hasn't either. DeQuan Johnson back on the floor with 3 fouls. Derek crossover. Little floater on the lane. Goes. That's a beautiful move by the sophomore. He has 12 points. Vikings regain the lead, 43-42. Rutherford on the floor now for Phil Kinley. Gets it out to the freshman Logan, guarded by Derek. Gets around Derek. His floater won't go, but he earns 2 free throws. And Derek picks up his 2nd personal. Fouls a little more even this half. Phil Kinley was pretty frustrated with the lack of fouls called on Parsons in the first half. But here in the second half, a lot of basketball to play. Parsons has already been whistled for 6 fouls, 4 team fouls on Field Kinley. Freshman puts up his first free throw, and he gets it. He has 6 points. And we are tied at 43 with 2:44 to play in the third quarter. Tariq Logan will try to give Field Kinley the lead. And he got it. Both teams shooting free throws pretty well. Field Kinley just hasn't been up there very often. 44-43, Field Kinley by 1. Daquan Johnson goes left and gets fouled on his way to the basket. They're going to give him 2 free throws. Foul goes on TJ Turner, his second, and the team's 5th. Daquan 3 out of 6 from the free throw line. He has 5 points. His free throw's on the way. He got it. And we're tied once again at 44.
Kind of a score of interest at halftime. Girard is beating Baxter 34-24.
10-point lead for the Trojans. They knocked off Baxter, I think, in the season opener for both teams. Second free throw by Johnson is good. Gives the Vikings a 1-point lead. Here comes Luke Walgamon. He'll replace Daquan. 45-44. Vikings by 1. 2:37 to play in the third quarter. Vikings in their 2-2-1 press. Graham has it. Gets it up to Rutherford, and he splits a double team. Nifty little move by the guard. Tariq Logan gets it out top to Graham. Rutherford thought about a 3, gets into the paint. His floater is not going to go, but the ball is loose, pulled down by Scheibe. Joel Scheibe finds Yates in the corner. Yates goes baseline and misses the dunk. Luke Walgamont there to clean it up, though. He scores. Yeah, those dunks are great, but you got to make sure you get the ball in the basket.
You got to make the shot.
47-44, Vikings by 3. Turner on baseline is going to get fouled by Luke Walgamon. That's a tough call on Luke. He was just coming over to play defense, and I can see why the official blew the whistle. I can also see why Luke questioned the call.
Yeah, Luke's probably one of the best I've seen this year at taking charges. He was just not quite ready. I mean, he was set, but he wasn't ready. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. Yep, you're exactly right.
His body wasn't firm. If his body had been firm, it'd have been a charge.
47-44. Now the NATO already in the bonus. Vikings leading by 3. Minute 52 to play in the third quarter. Turner has 2 points. This is his first trip to the line, and he's going to get the roll. NATO 5 out of 6 from the free throw line. These are the first free throws they've had. They did not shoot any free throws in the first half. Turner's second free throw off the back iron, no good, and the Vikings have it. Here comes Derek Williams with it. Vikings with a 2-point lead. Derek with a great move, kicks it out to Zeke for an open 3, buries it. Zeke Lyons in double figures, it's 10 points. 50-45, Vikings by 5. They leave the freshman open on the left wing, but he didn't take the shot. Coach Houck imploring his team to play good defense. Kelly looked at steps or a double dribble. It was a double dribble, and they missed it. 3 officials missed it, and now a 3-pointer goes down for Rutherford. Tough break for the Vikings. I don't know how 3 officials could miss a double dribble like that. And now we're going to have, now the Vikings catch a break at the other end because Patch Lordholtz was guilty of a charge, and they're going to get a block instead on C.J. Kelly, and that is his 4th foul. Tyler Thompson and Field Kinley cannot believe it. And he should be upset. That was a missed call, but, you know, like I said, at the other end, they missed a double dribble that gave Coffeyville 3 points that they shouldn't have had.
Yeah, the double dribble, he was dribbling right at the official, but, you know, you just got to gather yourselves and make the next play.
Vikings have the ball up by 2. Devontae Yates gets fouled on the floor. It was a pretty good play. Yates was the inbounder. He threw it in and immediately just stepped in, and Tariq gave it right back to him. And 2 free throws coming for Yates. But out of all the guys that have struggled at the line, he's probably struggled the most. It'd be nice if Devontae could find his stroke here tonight. He has 6 points for the Vikings. He has 2 free throws coming. Puts it up, and it's good. Actually, I guess it was a 1-and-1 because everybody was getting into the lane for the rebound, but it's irrelevant now because he knocked down the front end. and gives the Vikings a 3-point lead at 51-48 with 1:15 to play in the third quarter. Second free throw goes down. Vikings continue to do a good job at the free throw line tonight. They lead 52-48. Late in the third quarter, Vikings will go, I think they might go with a man-to-man press this time. Lowry will be inbounding against Yates. Waiting for his men to move, gets it into Graham, gets it right back to Maurer. He will get into the front court easily. Tries to go baseline. Oh, a touch foul on the far side. I didn't even see anybody close enough to commit a foul.
Grabbed his shoulder.
Okay, we had a touch on the shoulder, and we got 1-and-1 coming for Trey Myrie. Yates just picked up his second. Next foul now will put Field Kinley in the double bonus. I thought that was the team's 9th. They still have 8 on the scoreboard. Free throw is going to roll in for Trey Myrie. His first point of the second half, but he has 14 for the game. 52-49. Field Kinley, I believe, had a 12-point lead back in the first half, and the Vikings came storming back. Second free throw good. 52-50, just a 2-point lead for the Vikings. Minute 5 to play in our third quarter. And another foul in the lane on Myrie, and that'll put Derek at the line for a 1-and-1. Myrie picks up his second. 1 minute, 1 second to play in the third quarter. Derek Williams is 2 out of 2 from the line tonight. He has 12 points. His front end is perfect. Just amazing, Wayne. Some nights those free throws look so simple, and other nights they just will not go down.
It's such a mental thing, isn't it?
Unfortunately for the Vikings, they have been going down this evening. Second free throw perfect for Derek. Gives the Vikings a 4-point lead at 54-50. 1 minute to play in our third period. The 5'9" freshman, Tariq Logan, has it. Been impressed with him tonight. He's played a pretty solid game for the NATO. Graham on the far side gets it to Myrie. Tries to take Yates, couldn't do it. Finds Knight, kicks it out to Graham for a guarded 3, and it's no good. And there's Derek Williams to get the rebound. Quickly up ahead to Yates. Nobody's there, and he dunks it. Two-handed jam for Devontae Yates.
That was a make, two-hand, no mistake possible kind of jam.
Absolutely.
That was good basketball, good fast break.
Vikings by 6, 18 seconds to go in the third period. Rutherford set out to Myrie. This is good strategy by Coffeyville because they will get possession too to start the fourth quarter. So they're going to try to get a little bit closer here. They're down by 6. Myrie has his pocket kicked, I thought, but they're going to call a foul on Joel Scheibe, and that's going to give Myrie 2 free throws.
The closest official was right on him, and the guy that had their backs to him, that was too bad. You got two guys looking in the same place. I'm a former official, I shouldn't be talking, but that was, Joel had a guy picked, and a guy that was the second one made the call. But
that was the front end of a 1-and-1. It's no good, and the Vikings will not get a shot off. They throw it away as the buzzer sounds, but the Vikings head to the fourth quarter with a 6-point lead. They lead Coffeyville 56-50. We're going to take a 30-second break and be back with quarter number 4. You're listening.
V93.5, we have a full day of entertainment just for you, our favorite listener. Check out Terry Blackburn in the morning. Spend your lunch hour with our Taco Mile 80s and 90s at noon. Matt B gets you through your workday with the afternoon hit mix. Spend your evening with the Zach Sang Show straight out of Hollywood. And last but not least, it's a throwback party every weekend on V93.5.
Parsons Vikings basketball is brought to you by Clemens Insurance Company, located at 401 North 16th Street. For all your insurance needs, call Jerry Clemens at 620-421-9999.
Finish tonight. Vikings are leading at 56-50 as we get ready to start quarter number 4.
I just wanted to wish Rob Barkus to get well. He's home under the weather, and hope he's listening and watching. And Rob, get better, and so you can do this Friday night.
Yep, Columbus Titans headed north, coming up to Parsons. Vikings will host the Titans in a doubleheader Friday night. Fourth quarter is underway. Logan has it for the NATO. They find themselves in a 6-point hole. This is a big, big game as far as the SEK race is concerned. Both teams are 3-1 and half game, I should say, out of first place. Questionable foul right there on Derek Williams. That'll be his third. I don't like to see those kind of fouls called 17, 18 feet away from the basket, and it puts Coffeyville in the double bonus now the rest of the way. Brendan Graham with 2 points. This is his first trip to the free throw line. It's short and a little bit off to the right. 7:45 to play in our basketball game. Vikings are leading Coffeyville 56-50. Vikings looking for their 9th win of the season. Second free throw off the back iron, no good. Kelly goes up high for the offensive board. He falls down. He gets fouled, and that's on Derek. That's his fourth.
Yeah, it's on Derek. No, it's not. It's on Patch.
Vikings caught a break there. That will only be unofficially the first foul on Patch.
That was a good break.
And really not much the Vikings could do on that. Kelly, the way the ball came off the back iron, it was just pretty much came right to Kelly's hands, although he did get way off the floor to snag that rebound. But Kelly has 2 free throws now. And it's off the back iron, no good.
He's missed a couple free throws in the second half, hadn't he? So
yes, he has. The NATO started out really hot from the free throw line in the third quarter after not shooting any free throws in the first half, but they've missed at least their last 3. This one goes down for Kelly. He now has 8 points. 56-51. Vikings leading by 5. Derek over to DeQuan. DeQuan and Derek both with 3 fouls. Yates on the baseline looks like he wants to make a move. I think he stepped out. He made the shot, but he stepped on the baseline. And it's a turnover. Field Penley can get it down to a 1-possession game right here. Not sure why Logan's letting the ball roll. We've still got 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the game. NATO doesn't need to worry about how much time's left at this point. Kelly tonight out to Myrie, guarded by Zeke. Vikings in a man-to-man defense. Or no, they are in a man-to-man. Quick hands by DeQuan. The official gets in the way. C.J. Kelly's still able to get it. And what do we have? Turning the ball over on Kelly. That's a strange move.
This half, something we've done really well, I think. 2 things. Number 1 is I think we've rebounded the basketball better in the second half. And, we've been more disciplined on offense. We haven't shot nearly the threes.
So that's a good observation.
A lot more discipline. Just kind of what I talked about Coffey in the first half. We've done, I think, a better job in the second half.
Zeke Lyons tries to go baseline and just lost his dribble. Goes out of bounds. It's another turnover by the Vikings.
When in the state basketball tournament when I was a junior, we were losing. Anyway, I've never seen this, but I saw a 10-second count on a kid rolling the ball up the court.
Is that right?
Because you chop in once you touch the ball. So I saw it. Probably never see it again, but 10 seconds.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. 6:35 to go in our ball game. Vikings have a 5-point lead, but the NATO has the ball. It's poked away, and the Vikings save it. Devontae Yates on the move. Gets it pocket picked almost, and then I think a foul called, and that'll be the 9th team foul on the NATO, and 1-and-1 coming for Devontae Yates. Foul is on Knight, his 3rd. So now Logan has 4, Kelly has 4, and Knight has 3 fouls. So fouls piling up quickly for the NATO. Yates hit his last 2 free throws. Front end here goes down. It's a good thing the Vikings have hit their free throws tonight because they don't have a lot of breathing room. 57-51, 6-point lead over Coffeyville. 6:27 to play in our ball game. Yates has 1 more, and he got it. Vikings getting it done tonight at the free throw line. They lead by 7, 58-51, 6:23 to play. In quarter number 4, Logan guarded by Williams. Logan hands off to Kelly. He's got a path to the basket, and he scores. Good offensive play by the NATO.
That was well done.
5-point lead for the Vikings. 6:05 to play. Derek into the paint. His floater's not going to go. He gets his own rebound. Nice pass to Luke. He has nowhere to go, though, so he kicks it out to Scheibe. Scheibe penetrates. Jump stop won't go. Battle for the loose ball. Yates has it. Has it poked away by the NATO.
We just need to get that ball up and reset everything. That was just...
Myrie penetrates, can't score, and it's a blocking foul on Luke Walgamon. He just picked up his third, and 2 free throws coming for Trey Myrie. Myrie 2 out of 3 from the line tonight. He has 15 points. Leading scorer for Coffeyville. First free throw is perfect.
I know we're still up 4, but I just feel like that momentum's starting to. We need something. We need a big play here to get this momentum back because it's kind of.
Yeah, I agree. It felt like Parsons was maybe about to take control when they had that 7-point lead, but the Vikings haven't been able to pull away from the NATO, and they're about to get within 1 possession if this free throw goes down, which it does. 58-55. Parsons leading by 3. 5:46 to play in our ball game. Lyons gets it into Derek. Derek looks over to Coach Hauk. NATO still in a man-to-man defense. Bounce pass to Yates at the right elbow. He gets into the paint. He puts it up off the glass. Can't get it. Gets his own rebound, and he scores, and he's fouled. Huge play by the 6'3 junior. 14 points for Yates. That's just what you were talking about, I think, Wayne. The Vikings needed a play like that.
I felt in the first half he wasn't playing with a lot of confidence. Coach Hauk kind of got onto him a little bit into the first half, and he's had a really good second half. I mean, he's so talented and just, sometimes needs some confidence.
And this is his first free throw of the night right there, though. 5-point lead for the Vikings, 60-55. The NATO has the ball, 5:20 to go. Knight with the move on the baseline. He's going to score off the glass. Knight now with 8 points. Gets NATO to within 3 at 60-57. Daquan Johnson swings it over to Scheibe. Scheibe gets bumped, and 2 free throws coming. Both teams will be in the double bonus the rest of the way. Rutherford picks up his first. I will say that both teams have done a good job spreading their fouls around. Nobody has fouled out yet, although Coffeyville has a couple with 4. First free throw by Scheibe. I can tell it didn't feel good to him coming off his fingertips, but it hit the front of the rim and rolled in. So he's in double figures with 10. Both these teams also really spread the points across the board, too. Really no one or 2 big stars on either one of these teams, but a lot of guys that can score in that 10, 12, 13-point range. Second free throw rattles home for Joel Scheibe. Give him 11 points. 4 out of 4 from the line. The Vikings go back up by 5, 62-57. And out in their half court, Daquan Johnson just picked up his 4th personal.
You don't see Daquan make those kind of stupid plays. He'll probably say it himself. It was just a, in the moment thing. Not what you want to do with 3 fouls.
And it also gives C.J. Kelly 2 free throws for the NATO. First one's on the way. It's well short that time. He'll have 1 more. Here comes Patch Loadholtz replacing Daquan. Sure, he won't be able to sit very long, but with those 4 fouls, Coach wants to get him out for a little bit.
These 2 teams are very similar. I mean, just nobody very tall, a lot of quickness, play well together. It's a pretty good basketball game. 2 very similar teams.
Second free throw good for Kelly, 62-58. Vikings have the ball in a 4-point lead. 5 minutes to play in our ball game. Joel Scheibe guarded by Rutherford. Dribbles out near the top of the key, gives it off to Zeke Lyons. Guarded by Myrie. They get it to Yates. Yates cut off in the paint, nowhere to go, so he gives it off to Derek. A 2-pointer is not going to go. Battle for the loose ball. Who has it? That's got to be a traveling violation, sure enough. Graham had it, but he fell to the floor and hit his elbow. He's in a lot of pain. He may have to come out. Great effort by Graham, but he just couldn't get his feet under him in
Patch
time.
had the ball, and he timed it bad, and him and the kid both touched the ball, and the kid, he went down. Just him and Patch were fighting for the ball. There was no contact except for the basketball.
Right. Graham, he's hurting, but he doesn't want to come out. He's going to stay in the game. The official going to talk to a couple of guys. They're fighting for position on this inbound. Derek to throw it in. Vikings have the ball in a 4-point lead. Pass out to Joel Scheibe, guarded by Logan. Over to Zeke. Vikings should be used to these kind of games. They've had a lot of close ones this year. Little pick and roll to Patch, but he gets double teamed. It's in the paint, kicks it out to Scheibe. He wants to go baseline. He's cut off, and he lost it out of bounds. Good help defense by T.J. Turner. Just a 4-point lead for the Vikings. NATO led by 1 at the break, 36-35. Vikings led by 6 at the end of the third quarter, 56-50. Logan to Kelly. Kelly likes to drive right. He gets into the paint. Oh, that looked like a clean strip by Patch Lodeholtz, but they're going to give Kelly 2 free throws. Kelly, once again, slow to get up. Patch picks up his second personal. C.J. Kelly trying to bring the NATO to within 2 if he can knock down these 2 free throws. First one on the way. Got it. He now has 12 points. 62-59 is your score. The Vikings lead the NATO by 3. 4:08 to play in our game. Second free throw rattles home. 62-60. Vikings by 2. Here comes Derek Williams with it. Picked up by Kelly. The NATO stays in their man-to-man. Derek over to Joel. Pass to Yates. He's cut off on the baseline, so throws it away. It's going to be stolen by Coffeyville. Logan has it. Now he loses it. Boy, the Vikings caught a huge break right there. Here comes Derek with it. In control. Derek goes behind his back, and he gets fouled. He's going to get 2 free throws. Logan's got to be kicking himself. It looked like, for all the world, he was going to have a layup to tie this game, and he just couldn't get a handle on the basketball.
It was a nice job by Derek, though. There was 2 guys waiting for him that stayed back on the break, and he showed his maturity from a year ago. He probably would have tried to take the hoop. He got to the free throw line, backed it out, and got fouled. So
Graham picks up his second personal. Derek is 4 out of 4 from the line tonight, has 14 points. Tied with Yates as the leading scorer. His free throw, that one's off the back iron, no good. First miss of the night for Derek. Vikings have been excellent tonight from the free throw line. Field Kinley has been pretty solid as well. Like Johnson preparing to check in at the next opportunity. Derek's second free throw is good. So the Vikings have a 3-point lead, 63-60, 3:45 to go in our ball game, and we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Viking basketball on V93.
V93.5, we have a full day of entertainment just for you, our favorite listener. Check out Terry Blackburn in the morning. Spend your lunch hour with our Taco Mile 80s and 90s at noon. Matt B gets you through your workday with the afternoon hit mix. Spend your evening with the Zach Sang Show straight out of Hollywood. And last but not least, it's a throwback party every weekend on V93.5.
Parsons Vikings basketball is brought to you by Clemens Insurance Company, located at 401 North 16th Street. For all your insurance needs, call Jerry Clemens at 620-421-9999.
Solid teams, 2 very similar teams, and Parsons is leading Coffeyville 63-60. 3:45 to go in the ball game. Field Kinley has the ball. Jalen Logan, the 5'8" point guard, walks it in, almost has his pocket pick, gets it off to Myrie, over to C.J. Kelly. Kelly gets around Yates, gets into the paint, and he's going to score off the glass. Vikings need to slow him down on those drives to the right side. 1-point game, 63-62, Vikings by 1. And getting fouled in the paint is Joel Scheibe, and he'll have 2 free throws coming. And I believe that is, well, unofficially, I only show that as the 4th foul. I think that was the 5th foul on Andrew Knight. But yep, sure enough, it is his 5th.
I say that about DeQuan all the time, that I feel like just about any time he's on the floor with the ball, he can take with the basket and get a shot off.
I agree.
I think the Kelly kid can do the same. I mean,
he sure looks like
he is very talented with the ball in his hands.
Joel Scheibe with 11 points, 4 out of 4 from the line. Got another free throw to go down. Vikings go up by 2, 64-62. Joel will have one more. 5'11" junior. Got it. Nothing but net. 13 points for Joel. 65-62. Vikings by 3. Logan with it. And they swing it over to Kelly. It's just a 3-point lead for the Vikings. Kelly fouled out top by Joel Scheibe. Joel picks up his third personal. So DeQuan has 4, Derek, Joel, and Luke with 3 fouls apiece. Again, everybody in the double bonus here. Free throw by Kelly. Hit the front of the rim, but bounced over and in. He's been very active here in the fourth quarter. 65-63, Vikings by 2. This will be Kelly's 8th free throw of the quarter, and he got them both. 65-64, Vikings by 1. DeQuan Johnson bringing it into the front court for the Vikings. They have that 1-point lead, 3:08 to go. DeQuan explodes to the basket, he scores! Virtually impossible to stop, and the Vikings go back up by 3, 67-64. Less than 3 minutes to go. Myrie thought about an NBA 3 to tie it, and thought better of it. He's guarded out there by Zeke Lyons. Calls for a high screen, picked up by Joel Scheibe. Myrie looks to penetrate, kicks it out to Logan. 3 for the tie, no good. Battle for the loose ball. DeQuan has it. Coffeyville fans, I think, wanted over the back on DeQuan.
Slow down, slow down.
Derek's going to try a three-pointer. He buries it. Derek with 18 points. Big shot right there. Gives the Vikings a 6-point lead at 70-64. 2:23 to play in our game.
High risk, high reward there. That was It was open. It was from 22 feet, but it was open, and he nailed it.
And getting into the paint and scoring off the glass again is C.J. Kelly. And a timeout called by Field Kinley. We'll keep it right here at the gym.
V93.5, we have a full day of entertainment just for you, our favorite listener. Check out Terry Blackburn in the morning. Spend your lunch hour with our Taco Mile 80s and 90s at noon. Matt B gets you through your workday with the afternoon hit mix. Spend your evening with the Zach Sang Show straight out of Hollywood. And last but not least, it's a throwback party every weekend on V93.5.
Parsons Vikings basketball is brought to you by Clemens Insurance Company, located at 401 North 16th Street. For all your insurance needs, call Jerry Clemens at 620-421-9999.
Still have the lead. They've led most of the second half. They're up 70-66. Now 2:15 to play, and Field Kinley's going to go with a full court press. Here comes DeQuan Johnson. He races by everybody, and now he gets cut off. He'll cut it out. Derek's going to try another 3. No good. I don't know if that's a shot that Coach wanted or not. Here comes Logan with it. And he gets fouled in the lane, and he'll have 2 free throws. Zeke Lyons picks up the personal. Just his second.
Yeah, Coach Houck's saying, why do you up 4 with the ball?
Yeah.
That's just not a good shot. When you make them, it's great. When you don't, you're the GOAT.
Hurting your team, yep. Yeah. First free throw is no good by Jalen Logan. We'll have one more coming. We talked about that during the Baxter game. Just the kids, they're young. You got to learn situational basketball. Second free throw, no good, but an offensive rebound by Graham. Gets it to Kelly. Myrie for 3. Short, no good. Rebounded by Derek. Now Derek's going to pull it out. Coach screaming at him, and the Vikings are going to run a little bit of clock. They're up by 4, and they have the ball. Minute 45 to go in our ball game. Man-to-man defense. Joel Scheibe gets fouled out top. I didn't even think there was much contact at all. Graham whistled for it. He didn't agree with it, but that's a good guy for the Vikings to have at the line. Coach Thompson asking the official for an explanation. Joel Scheibe, who was a perfect 6 of 6 from the line tonight, 4 of 4 here in the fourth quarter, trying to give the Vikings a 5 or 6 point lead. He got the first one to go, so that's a 5-point lead right there, 71-66, minute 38 to play, and Joel will have one more. Vikings free throw shooting has been huge in this ball game. Joel got them both, and a timeout called by Anthony Houck, 72-66. Vikings leading by 6. Minute 38 to play, and Wayne at this
V93.5, we have a full day of entertainment just for you, our favorite listener. Check out Terry Blackburn in the morning. Spend your lunch hour with our Taco Mile 80s and 90s at noon. Matt B gets you through your workday with the afternoon hit mix. Spend your evening with the Zach Sang Show straight out of Hollywood. And last but not least, it's a throwback party every weekend on V93.5.
Parsons Vikings basketball is brought to you by Clemens Insurance Company, located at 401 North 16th Street. For all your insurance needs, call Jerry Clemens at 620-421-9999.
Down the floor, you're going to have a lot of possessions, and the more possessions naturally usually leads to more points.
Yeah, and they've done the same thing. They've taken the ball to the basket in the second half, too. I mean, there's not been a lot of three-pointers shot in the second half.
Vikings go into a zone defense out of that timeout. This is what they did against Baxter late in the game. And we've got a foul called around the free throw line. And 2 free throws coming. Not what Coach Houck was looking for, but Yates just picked up the personal. And Logan, who just missed his last 2 free throws, will get 2 more. Logan's first one on the way. That one goes down. 72-67. Vikings by 5 with 1:26 to play in our ball game. The little 5'8" junior, Jalen Logan, will have one more. He puts it up, and it's good. And we have another timeout on the floor. 72-68. Vikings by 4, 1:26 to play in our game. We'll step away for a 30-second break. You're listening to Viking basketball on V93. Out. Looks like Phil Kinley will go with a full court press. Daquan Johnson will throw it in for the Vikings, who have their starting 5 on the floor. Johnson looking, gets it into Joel Scheibe. He's a good free throw shooter, but the Vikings, first things first, need to get it across the timeline, which they do. Joel Scheibe has it on the far side. Double teamed, he's in trouble. Gets it to Daquan, finds Derek on the baseline, and the Vikings, wise move by Derek to back it out near half court. Derek gets it to Zeke. He's double teamed, he's in trouble. Boy, that could have been 2 or 3 fouls. And we've got a timeout called by Parsons. Full timeout called by Parsons. 1:02 to play in our game. Vikings lead at 72-68. We will take another 30-second commercial. And he's going to have the 6'2" TJ Turner harassing him as he tries to throw this ball in. Looking. DeQuan way out top. Nice job by Zeke. He almost traveled, and that's what Coffeyville wanted. But no call made. Vikings are just looking to run clock. They're going to make Coffeyville chase them all over the floor. Vikings have shot free throws exceptionally well, and they're going to put Zeke Lyons at the line. Zeke has actually not shot any, but he's clutch. He's a good free throw shooter. I think he hit a couple late against Baxter as well to put the Lions away in the championship game, the Lancer Classic. But I think it's pretty tough. You haven't shot a free throw all game, and then you go up there in a pressure-packed situation like this. Vikings leading by 4 with 47 seconds left.
Yeah, that was a big free throw. We need one of these.
First one off the front of the rim, no good, and Zeke will have one more. Zeke's in double figures with 10 points. He's going to regather himself and try to give the Vikings a 5-point lead. He puts it up, and it's short, no good. Zeke goes 0 for 2 on that trip. Here comes C.J. Kelly with it. Field Kinley only down by 4. Goes behind his back, gets to the rack, can't score. Battle for the loose ball. Yates has it. And he's double teamed in the backcourt and fouled.
That was a huge rebound. There was 4 guys there, three in purple and 1 in white, and he came down with the ball. That was a big rebound, and he held on to the ball to get fouled. So big play by Devontae.
Yeah, he showed a lot of toughness and a lot of strength on that rebound. Tariq had broke long, but there was no way Yates could get an outlet pass to him because he was surrounded by 3 Coffeyville players, and one of them was whistled for the foul. T.J. Turner just picked up his 4th. So 2 free throws coming for Yates. He's been really good at the line tonight for the Vikings, and he gets another one to go down. Gives Parsons a 73-68 lead. 35 seconds to play in our game. One more coming for the 6'3" junior. He puts it up. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Field Kinley. They're down by 5, 30 seconds to play, and a bad pass stolen away. Here comes Dariq with it. Behind the back to DeQuan. He lays it in. That may do it for the Vikings. They lead by 7 with only 20 seconds to play. Vikings just need to play solid defense. Don't commit any fouls. Logan fakes the 3. Now he puts it up from the top of the key. He got it. And a timeout called by Field Kinley. They are not going to go away quietly, but the Vikings in great. Johnson, Lyons, Scheibe, Yates, and Dariq Williams. Vikings just need to get the ball in because Coffeyville will have to foul. DeQuan having trouble. There he gets it into Zeke, and they don't get him fouled. And that's about a breakaway foul almost. But too much time ran off the clock. They should have fouled Zeke as soon as he touched it. And he will have 2 free throws coming. He missed his first 2, but I think Zeke's going to do a better job at the line this go-round. Fouls on Logan, his 2nd. First of 2 free throws for Zeke. It is perfect. He now has 11 points. Here comes C.J. Kelly and Logan back into the lineup, replacing Rutherford and Tariq Logan. 76-71. Vikings by 5. 9.7 seconds to play. Patch Lodeholtz will come in if this free throw goes down for Zeke. He puts it up, and it's short. He gets it back, though, and puts up a floater. No good, but it's tipped in by DeQuan Johnson, and the Vikings are going to win it. 78-71, the Vikings get a steal, and then Time expires and the Parsons Vikings hang on, and they defeat Field Kinley 78-71 in what turned out to be an extremely entertaining ball game. Vikings win it by 7 to move to 8-4 on the year. Make that 9-3 on the year, and 4-1 in the SEK. We'll step away for a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with our Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. This is Viking basketball on V93.